Grand risings, grand morning, grand afternoon, grand evening. This is Back to the Basics. I am back. It's been quite a while, but I wanted to share a poem that I recently wrote. I started writing here recently. A lot of things have happened personally, professionally. So I was watching the news, something I really shouldn't be doing, but anyways, because it doesn't seem like there's not enough positive being reported. Nevertheless, I was watching a certain broadcast, let's just say, that's well known. I'm not even going to say who the anchor is. But I wrote down "It Means Nothing." So the title of this poem is "It Means Nothing." As I sit here watching the television, I listen to the news stories. I lean forward, then sit back. I shake my head. I say to myself, this is all whack. Is America a democracy or plutocracy? I think of the creation of money. It means nothing. It has no value linked to gold, or so I've been told. Who knew corporations are people? Walmart is a person? I'd like to slap that broad. All the money she has made over the years, she gets a round of applause while the underclass remains in tears. Soon the broadcast is over. Thank you for watching. Just like that. What did it all mean? I really want to scream. It means nothing. Why did I sit here and watch this garbage? I could have done something meaningful with the time I have. Instead, I listened to a reporter reporting anti-Asian discrimination or something. Damn it. It means nothing. Yet this is America, the land of the greed and home of the slave. All this fear and stress to send one to an early grave. It means nothing. That was a poem written by yours truly. I'm not going to say my government name on the air. Nah, it's not happening. Okay. Anyways, I'm going to go back through this and break this down for you so you can understand exactly where I was coming from. Now, I wrote this, not every line was going to rhyme because I wanted you to actually see someone leaning forward as they watch the news and then sitting back, shaking their head, pretty much responding to what is being broadcasted to them. Yes, I used the word whack. That should tell you how old I am. I did use the word plutocracy. Pretty much this United States of America, pretty much ran by corporations. When I said I think of the creation of money, that was a reference to Mr. Aaron Russo's documentary. He said America, freedom to fascism. So that was a reference to him. And unfortunately, Mr. Russo is no longer with us today. And this is why I said it has no value linked to gold. You know, the US dollar used to be linked to gold many, many, many years ago. Until it was quote unquote temporarily suspended. The transfer of US dollars, the conversion, of US dollars to gold by former President Richard Nixon, who happened to be a Republican. When I talked about corporations being people, I threw Walmart out there, of course. And then, of course, I said, I'd like to slap that broad, Now, no disrespect to, Mr. Sam Walton, who's no longer here with us, because you see, Walmart, it started off something different. You see, what Mr. Walton had, his vision, and then over the years it changed. Now, the reason why I said I'd like to slap that broad, this may segue into another podcast, because it seems to me, this is just me, and I'm a Black woman or a woman of African descent. I'm not a person of color. Unfortunately, what I see in our society is that there is a lot of vagina worship going on here. And quite frankly, me as a Black woman, it makes me very, very, very uncomfortable. I do believe that there is a certain hierarchy when it comes to society, and seeing the woman put out in front of the man is not the right, proper hierarchy. You can say what you want to say. You can say that I'm too old-fashioned, too traditional, whatever. It is what it is. That's why I said I like to slap that broad, because it seems like women are, I don't know how to say this. It just seems to be a very uncomfortable, ugly bias against men, specifically Black men in our society. And I don't like it. I don't want to be propped up before my counterpart. That actually makes me very concerned. So that's how I feel about that. And that's why I wrote it that way. Of course, I talked about all the money she had made over the years. Walmart, that they still get a, round of applause. And then I just put underclass. Anyone who is not a part of that 1%, that's who I'm speaking of. And as far as Black people, well, we know that we're at the complete bottom of all that. So out of the 99%, that is all the rest of the people, then you have us, that is way, 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 way down. When you're looking at a totem pole, we are the very bottom. We are the very base of it. Yes, I said that. I mean it. I don't care if you don't like it. Whatever. Then I talked about, how quick these broadcasts are. That's why I switched over and I said, soon the broadcast is over. And then, of course, it'll say, thank you for watching, our blah, blah, blah channel. And, and I said, just like that, the whole news done pretty much, boom, gone. And then I asked the question, well, what did it all mean? Like, what actually is being, reported to me? Not that I don't necessarily understand it. It means that I'm trying to glean, what is in between the lines, should I say, of the reporting? What is the hidden message? This is why I asked the question here. And then I follow up with, I really want to scream. Because quite frankly, it was just shenanigans. It was bullshit, pretty much. Just a whole bunch of propaganda, all over the place. Just a whole bunch of pretty much mental acrobatics, mental contortionism. Some people use the word like mental gymnastics, whatever. It's just a whole bunch of flipping and flopping and just a mess. So that's why I really want to scream. Let me go to the next page. Okay. And then I say, follow up, it means nothing. So pretty much everything that I heard just didn't have a significant meaning. Okay. And then I asked myself, why did I sit here and watch this garbage? Could have done something else. Could have been, reading a book. I could have been doing something more, something that's more productive. With the time I have. Okay, so there's a reason why this line is in this poem. Let's just say both of my parents are gone. Okay? Or should I say both of our parents are gone. My brother and I, we are left. Both of our parents are gone. That was what that was referencing to. This will be the first Thanksgiving, the first Christmas without our mother. This is not going to be good. Anyone can say, that's the natural order of things. The parents are supposed to pass on prior to the children. Yes, it's true. This is true. Still hurts. Then I go down, I said, instead I listened to a reporter. And then you notice the community that I chose to, emphasize. I say reporting anti-Asian discrimination or something. Now, that was in reference to now we see that affirmative action is now front and center. And then pretty much once that is done away with, which I believe that it will be, then we know that soon afterwards, it'll most likely be equal opportunity. So certain statuses that, when you go look on Indeed and you see they have their policy, we are definitely equal opportunity. We are EEO all the way. And, race and gender and sexuality and color and religion and veteran status. And, we are also disability friendly. Yeah. What's stopping them from going after that? And when I say them, I'm talking about both parties. I'm not talking about the Democratic Party or the Republican Party. I'm talking about both of them. And then here, out of frustration, I say, damn it, it means nothing. Let me go back to that other sentence. Because again, that was to reference what's going on with affirmative action. And because it was reported that now that's considered, affirmative action is now, I guess, anti-Asian. Here's what I have to say about that. I find it very interesting that we are labeled a lot of things. It's almost as if, Black people, we are not human. We are just a brown cardboard box for everybody to just stamp their label on us. Oh, wow. We're anti-Semitic now. Now we're anti-Asian. If we're pro, affirmative action, then that means we're anti-Asian. Which me personally, we support Asian businesses, particularly if we're looking at the hair and beauty industry. Not let alone restaurants. So all this anti-Asian bullshit, like rhetoric, come on, give me a break. So now, Black people, we're just anti-everything. Anti-Semitic, we're anti-Asian, we're anti-European because we just want to love ourselves and, just be comfortable in the skin that we're in and celebrate us for a change. But no, we're not allowed to do that. But every other group can. That doesn't bother me. Hey, if you're Eurocentric, hey, then be Eurocentric. I'm not mad at you. Hey, you can go out there, blow on your Irish your bagpipe and whatever else. If you're German, then be pro-German. I'm not. Hey, you're not bothering me. Where it becomes a problem is where it's all right for everybody else, but then no, not for black people. Now you guys, you need to turn that down a little bit. You're getting a little bit too. It's too much pro-black. We're starting to feel uncomfortable. Well, why are you feeling uncomfortable? So me just chilling over here. Heck, I just want to live and chill like everybody else. I'm not really bothered. And I shouldn't be bothered by you. I tell you, just ignorance. Now, it's one thing to be ignorant, but then to stay ignorant, come on, y'all. Stop with this anti-Asian on black people nonsense. Now, you can say, oh, why you mad? Listen, you gaslighting. I don't want to hear that, why you mad? I don't want to hear that. Well, why are you mad? Because if somebody came after a certain group and called them names, heck, you don't even have to call them a name. You can just post a link and you're freaking anti-Semitic. Oops, did I say that? Yeah, I guess I did. It is what it is. Now, before I wrap this up here, then I said, yet this is America. And yes, I spelled it with 3 Ks. The land of the greed. Anybody remember, what was his name? Michael Douglas? Greed is good. Anybody remember that? Yeah, I remember that. And home of the slave. Oh, yeah. A lot of mobile serfdom going on around here, if you will. Mobile serfdom is doing real well in society. Not to mention there are still people being sold right now in the continent of Africa in certain parts. Really is a shame. Yes, I went there because I am of African descent, and therefore anything that is going on in the continent is my business. Okay? That includes NSARS and everything else that is going on over there. And then I said, all this fear and stress. There's a lot of fear mongering going on, and it's a lot of stress. This economy is something else right now. I think they said the Federal Reserve is about to raise the interest rates again. So if you are in the market to buy a home or sell a home, Lord, may the Most High be with you, because it is rough. I'm not going to say it's impossible, but it's rough. I mentioned that. Stress is not good medically. When the body goes into fight or flight response, it's not good to stay in a chronic fight or flight. It's not good for the body. It's not good. It's not good. Inflammation, another underlying cause of a lot of issues. Yeah, stress can really put you in the grave, which is why I followed up with to send one to an early grave. And then I finally ended with, it means nothing. Now, I know I offended, the Pacific Islander community. Oh, well, hey, you offended us personally by saying now that we're anti-Asian now. So, yeah, so we are equally offended. And, for that, I'm not going to apologize. You can say that I'm hating on you. I'm not hating on you, because, whatever happened to love, like, dislike, and hate, I don't know what it is with us now. Now it's just love, like, and then if there's any type of disagreement, now it's just hate. I'm not hating on you. What I don't like, what I dislike is this anti-Asian label. That's what I don't like. So no, I'm not hating. I'm simply bringing it to your attention that I don't like it. But I know what you're going to say. Well, there she go over there hating Pacific Islanders. Yeah, I already know. Some of y'all are just full of shit. You really need you really do need a freaking colonoscopy or something. A person can dislike without hating. I mean, get that through your brain. Like, allow that to allow that to, get down into your spirit, run around in your mind. It's okay to have a difference of opinion. And that's my opinion. You don't like it? Okay. Oh, well, you don't like my opinion. Now, I did mention the Democrats and the Republicans to get back on that fear. There's a lot of fear going on about, this democracy. America has never been a democracy. Okay? America has never been a democracy. In fact, Benjamin Franklin, one of the founding fathers, somebody asked him, what do we have? He even said, we have a republic if you can keep it. Even he said that out of his own mouth. He said republic. He didn't say democracy. And in fact, consider Rome. Once a global empire. Even Rome, being a global empire, had a Senate. That right there should tell you something. You see what I'm saying? This is why history is so important to study. When I see people on the news, our democracy is at stake, and our democracy, you got to get out and vote for this midterm because of democracy. And in democracy, America is not a democracy. Okay? It's not. It never has been a democracy. In fact, it never will be a democracy. I mean, come on. You all are still, I cannot believe y'all still, some of y'all believe that America is a democracy. It never has been. Okay? Rome, global empire, was around for hundreds of years. And it had a Senate. That right there should tell you something. Just because we have a Senate and a Congress doesn't mean anything. Who do you think is really running stuff around here? I'm going to leave you with that thought. Who do you think is really running stuff around here in society? Now, you can say I'm a conspiracy theorist or whatever. Listen, I'm not Alex Jones, okay? I like to think for myself, and I like for whoever views my YouTube channel, which is Back to the Basics, and whoever listens to the podcast. Hey, you're an adult. You are a human being. You are an individual. You have a mind just like I do. You can think for yourself. You're not stupid. Think for yourself. Think for yourself. I just leave it out there so that you can draw your own conclusion of what's really going on here. I thank you for listening to the podcast. I wanted to try to keep this short, under 30 minutes, because I am currently recording from my vehicle. And I just wanted you to, consider the poem and, think outside the box. instead of being told what to think, how to think, when to act, how to act. That's what I encourage people to do on my channel. Just think for yourself. Nobody said you had to agree with everything that I said. I didn't say none of that. Shoot. I already know I'm with the mini podcasts and things that I cover. I already know I'm going to piss off somebody. It is what it is. And then for some of the ones who might say, well, because you're pro-black, you're anti everybody else. Well, that's your opinion. I'll tell you one thing. I sleep real well at night. When I do sleep. I'm a human being like everybody else. Certain things I try to, I do toss and turn at times. But when I do sleep, it's like a semi-truck hit me. And I sleep well during those long 4 or 5 hour nights. But anyways, some certain ones you're going to get this, certain ones aren't. I don't think we should apologize for being pro-black. It's okay to be pro-Asian. It's okay to be pro everybody else. Shoot, pro-hero, Israelite, pro-Zionist, Judaism. But man, you're pro-black. That's a problem. Stop the presses. We got a problem here. You all have a wonderful day. I love you as a sister. Just think for yourself. Peace, and I'm gone.